Okay, so we're at a little garage. This is Enzo. He's just about to put the entire exhaust pipe, Mercedes exhaust pipe, onto the Mercedes. As you can see, there's the two parts. They're the two down pipes that come out of the engine. They're going to silencer box with all the clamps. Special order from Mercedes into the middle box, which will replace the one on there, and they go into the two tailpipes on stainless steel. So here we go. Little video clip for all those people thinking about a career in being a mechanic. Hopefully Enzo's going to excite you into thinking about this. Enzo's going to be in it. How long, Enzo? 10 years?
10 years.
10 years. So if you want to get as good as Enzo, you need to find somebody that will give you a good apprenticeship. As you can see, he's just put it on the ramp, put it on the lifting points, it's lifting it up, and so they're taking away the car, and when he gets it high enough, you can then see what he's going to do underneath. So, here we go. As you can see, they're the bits that are going to stay on there. Somebody fitted a stainless steel back box, not standard Mercedes kit. This is standard Mercedes kit, special order from Germany, 48 hours to get to the UK. So here we are, this is what's getting replaced. So what's coming off, Enzo?
We're going to replace the centre silencer here.
Yeah.
We'll come right up to the back,
Yeah.
replace the rear silencer,
Yeah.
hopefully take a nice sleeve off here
Nice.
and rejoin, reseal, and we should have a nice quiet exhaust after that.
Perfect. Perfect. How many exhausts do you do in a day?
On average, 2 to 3 exhausts a day,
Wow.
all ranging from back boxes right up to full systems, DPFs.
And any car you're afraid not to work on?
No, they're only nuts and bolts.
So you'll take anything on?
Anything on,
Old, new, Bentleys,
everything,
Lamborghinis,
everything,
Porsches.
everything.
There you go.
As long as you've got a good memory and you remember where things come off and where they go back.
So what did you leave school with, Enzo?
To be very honest, absolutely nothing. I wasn't very good at school.
So why did school let you down?
School let me down purely because the amount of pupils in the class, it was just too many pupils for one teacher to handle. Therefore you don't get the education that you really want.
So when did you learn to get involved with cars? When did you know the cars was your passion?
When I first started fitting tyres
Good Lord.
for the East Grinstead Autos, East Grinstead Tyre Services,
Is that next door?
which is next door, worked for them for 9 years.
So you learnt your trade by hands-on, get dirty.
Get dirty, watch what people are doing,
Yeah.
pay attention, keep quiet when people are talking,
Yeah.
and that's about it really.
All good advice for anybody at school today, I think.
Yes, indeed. Pay attention.
Pay attention and
Do
listen.
well.
Do well, watch and learn.
Indeed.
Right, I'm going to stop talking. Over to you.
You go.
Right, now he's got to find the nut. As you can see up there, lots of dirt, lots of grime. And under there somewhere is a couple of bolts for that front two-pipe system to come off. Is this an original, or do you think this has been replaced?
This is an original exhaust on here.
So that's 28 years old.
28 years old. It's never been moved.
Wow.
So before we start snapping bolts, this, that and the other, we just want to make sure everything can come loose.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't, we don't really want to be starting a job at 4:30, 4:45 in the afternoon if we know the vehicle's not going to go out the same day.
Nice. So from those people, from a customer service point of view, this man definitely knows how to look after customers. Even though he's a bit under pressure at 4:30, he's going to, under a bit of pressure now on video, to see if he can pull this off. But from a quality point of view, 28-year exhaust pipe coming off here. Obviously somebody's tried to patch it up before I bought it. Bit of a cowboy outfit. Clearly they didn't want to spend 500 quid on a new exhaust pipe system. But how many things these days last 28 years on a vehicle? So this new one going on, original Mercedes part, will probably last another 28 years, Enzo.
With any luck, yeah.
Let's make sure we look after the car so it's still around in 28 years' time then. I'm very fortunate to have met Enzo. My father-in-law's been coming here for ages at East Grinstead Tyres, and he said if you want an exhaust pipe, go and see Enzo. And then we met ourselves each other a few months ago. And he's been looking after me ever since. anybody out there wants an exhaust pipe fitting, Enzo is part of a separate concession at the back of the side of East Grinstead Tyres, and he's probably the best exhaust pipe fitter and the most comprehensive exhaust pipe fitter in the southeast of England. So any mums and dads out there that want extra looking after, better deals exhaust, stop wasting your time going to these chain fitters and get yourself down at Enzo. As you can see through the light there, look, he's got a big long wrench and he's trying to get the bolts loose. They've been on there 28 years, all technique now. He's loosening the bolts to take the two downpipes off the car exhaust. Those bolts come out the top of the engine, the hottest part of the engine. As you can see, from what he said earlier, it's all technique.
I haven't got the paperwork yet for it. It's still down at the MOT testing station. I will be collecting it shortly. So it's just a two-wheel brake pipe that failed on. And that's the only thing it failed on. So we've got it. Yeah, that's fine. I know more about cars. I'm not the person to talk to. This car looks like it's been sprayed. Always suspicious of things that get sprayed. That's the diff there. That drives the back wheels. As you can see, that's the diff in there driving that wheel, and the diff in there driving that wheel. These are the big springs. These look corroded, so they'll be getting changed next. Somebody's had this car lowered, so these springs, amazingly, need replacing because they're a bit knackered. That'll be the next job. Here he goes in for another go. Give us a shout when you're done, Enzo. I'll quality control check it for you.
Is that a trainee, Enzo? Is that
no, that's the landlord of the building.
landlord of the building?
That's my old boss.
Old boss. He likes to give you a bit of ribbing then now and again.
Always.
There you go, mate.
Thank you, sir.
They seem to be coming off quite nicely.
Seems to be at the moment. We're just stuck on one bolt at the moment.
Stuck on one bolt.
But like I say, we'll try and loosen that one. If we can't loosen it, we'll have a little rethink, pop back to the top of the engine and see what we can look at. Try and undo it from there.
So that bolt went on when this car came out of the factory?
Yes, indeed it is.
Wow. There's always one bolt that catches you out, isn't there?
Always. Always.
How many bolts are we looking at?
We've got 4 that hold the base of the exhaust on.
Wow. There's one of the downpipes.
That's our first holding flange.
Wow. Look at that, 28-year-old. Held that exhaust pipe in place for 28 years. It's still, apart from that bit, the silencer bit, that's the only bit that's rotted on that exhaust system. That back box, middle box is actually still okay. They're going to change it anyway while we've got all the parts here. I think the car at this age needs to be looked after, loved and cared for, and that's what we're doing with it today. So if you work next door at the tyre place,
Yeah.
why do you learn about all the exhaust system?
From watching the previous mechanics.
Next door.
Yeah.
So you spent a lot of time watching, and when did they decide next door not to do exhaust anymore?
About a year and a half ago, I decided to shut down the mechanic side of it.
And you saw an opportunity?
I saw an opportunity.
Gap in the market, went for it.
Went for it. So far, so good.
And what about the competition? What do you make of that? They've been around a long time before you.
There's lots of competition around here, but at the end of the day, as long as you've got a good customer attitude, you're honest, reasonably priced, you should never run out of work.
Nice. Good mentality for anybody thinking about setting up a business.
That's it.
And do you employ anybody?
No, I don't.
You just work for yourself?
Work for myself.
So you're a sole trader?
I am indeed.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right, so I'm having a little bit of trouble with this bolt, the final bolt.
Yeah. What's that going to need? A bit more lubricant?
Probably won't want any more lubricant, it just wants working. Problem is, a lot of people go full pelt onto a bolt and snap it straight away.
Oh no.
And then think of the consequences after. But with vehicles, you can't think of after consequences, you need to think of during.
Yeah.
Because without that bolt, the exhaust won't go back together.
So it's pure technique now, pure technique, and you do most of this by feel now then?
That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that bolt snapped though, you can see.
What's that mean?
We'll have to go through the top. We may have to do some drilling
Yeah.
to try and release that bolt out.
Yeah.
It's not a major problem though, because we can put a longer bolt through and nut and bolt it.
Alright.
As long as we've got at least one pivot point per exhaust, then we should be alright.
Brilliant.
So that should have loosened all that exhaust off.
So again, we're talking pure experience now. Is that likely that a bolt that age might have broken?
Say again?
It's quite likely that a bolt that age could have snapped.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's not a surprise.
No, not at all.
So now he's using his special product. What do they call that, Enzo?
This is Rust Buster. It just gets rid of the rust.
It makes it easy to undo the bolt.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to undo them. These probably will snap, they always do. We've got replacement for this anyway, so we're not too worried about this. You can see where the rust bites in.
Yeah, look at
it
that.
Doesn't really leave much to go on.
So it literally moulds itself into the item, the bolt. Is this the first time you've done a training video?
Yes, it is, yeah.
And would you be prepared to come into schools to talk to kids?
I don't see why not.
Because we do operate a Futures Friday career opportunity, and hopefully we can have something for everybody. For those young people that are thinking about career in mechanics, potentially you can get some free apprenticeships.
Most definitely.
Which is always good to share skills.
Most definitely.
Have you ever been caught out with an exhaust system that won't come off?
Yeah.
What was that on?
That was on a Citroen Saxo, believe it or not.
Good lord. What did you have to do with that customer?
I just had to cut them all the way off. Worked out to a lot more work than what was anticipated.
Yeah.
But
Bloody French engineering, eh?
yes, indeed. Alright, so let's just clean that nut off a little bit.
Cool. Rust flying everywhere. That snapped off?
Yeah, that's one.
So it doesn't pay to keep stuff on too long.
No.
Nice. So we got one bracket off, we got the top manifold done. I think you're winning, Enzo.
I hope so. Right, we've released our points there.
If you're going to replace it all in one go, you don't have to